that the artist struggle for his integrity is a kind of metaphor, must be considered as a metaphor for the struggle which is universal and daily of all human beings on the face of this terrifying globe to get to become human beings. It is not your fault, it is not my fault that I write. I would never become before you in the position of a complaint. It seems to me that the artist struggle for his integrity.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Here we are, another Tuesday on Poetry Corner, and tonight we are discussing man, woman, and child, the lessons, the sessions. Here we go. We have tonight the Pearl and Negra.
Hey.
How you doing tonight, Pearl?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Hey, you know, in today's world, this is a deep one right here, but this has been ongoing for many years with our ancestors, with our parents and their parents. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, woman, and child. How you feel about that? Talk to us.
Oh man. You know, the family dynamic has gotten to the point where it's almost disregarded now. There's lack of communication, just like with any other relationship. And not only the lack of communication, people just don't want to come together. But I think it is actually the most important thing when you have a family, to keep that tight-knit union between the man, the woman, and the child. So you can always know what's going on, regardless of what it is. You can be there to help them in some form or fashion. And the man-woman thing, man, this is like, it's almost becoming like a dinosaur, because with today's generation and the society that we live in, it seems like everybody's solo for self. People don't want to work together anymore, or it's always one trying to outdo each other. And a relationship, it's not a competition, it's a collaboration. You know what I mean? And one is supposed to lift the other up. If one drops the ball, the other one's supposed to kick in. It's not supposed to be any animosity or anything behind it. I'm always for family first, always.
But you know that also changes, as I said, with the generations and what era, the area you come from, how your parents lived, how your grandparents lived, what was taught, you know what I'm saying, and what was brought down to you as an individual, how you see things. I mean, you could have came from a messed up household, but does that really make you messed up? When you surround yourself with different people, I mean, we start off young, you know what I mean? Still trying to learn, trying to figure things out. You know, we have many examples, community leaders, we have a tribe out there. But at the same time, when we look at the family dynamics in that aspect of man, woman, and child, you know, we can break the generation curse, which might be the effective point. You know, but on the relationship side, again, you know, family. What was you taught? But you can learn from anybody, really.
Yeah.
But if it was a mistake, you know what I mean? Like between your parents, you know, the arguing, the fighting, or whatever, the struggle. Us as adults now, we should already figure things out. But still try to figure things out. You know what I mean? But we gotta raise our children better. You know what I'm saying? We gotta bring our children to a place where they know home is home.
Absolutely.
Every house is not a home. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing right there. You know what I'm saying? We gotta build the children up, but at the same time, we build the children up. They'll learn from the mistakes we made within our relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hey, welcome to the stage, keynotes.
Hey, thank you
Welcome.
for
Thank
having me. I
you.
had a little trouble getting in. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's cool.
How y'all
No,
doing tonight?
well, we feeling good.
Great, great.
Yeah, yeah. We discussing man, woman, and child.
Okay.
Now, you want to
Very
give us a
good
little?
discussion.
What would you like to give us your perspective of that?
In what aspect are we talking?
We're talking as a whole. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about how generation curse, how it reflects the children. You know, us learning. You know,
In that factor, then I would like to bring in toxic bonds. I think that every man, woman, child, we all dealt with toxic bonds that we have yet to figure out how to break free from. I.e., like money. You know, people have a bad, you know, like when you grow up broke, then you feel like in order to make something of yourself, you got to go and get rich. And then it creates that toxic bond with money. So the same goes for us and our traits. I feel like that's a big, you know, part of our growing stages.
thanks. Well, we're gonna go through a whole topic phase, so the audience out there can understand where we coming from tonight. We're gonna start off as the man. You know what I'm saying? Inside of the household.
Oh, okay. Well, the man inside of the household, he's the head. Man, dominant, whatever. The head always leads the body in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? And the body is the goddess, the temple. So I feel like the man should always play the head of the household. That does not mean that y'all don't have a 50-50 type of thing, but I also feel like, you know, as a man, you have to know certain things and do certain things to me, for me to look at you as a man. Mind you, I have 5 growing men, one 19 all the way down to 11. But for me, in order for me to consider them men, they have to have accomplished certain things in life.
All right, that's what's up. The Pearl.
Okay, so I agree with what's your name, Key. I agree with Key is saying the man is always the head of the house. Okay, and yes, the woman is the body. Um, Now, yes, he has to lead. He is the strength, but he also has to make sure he takes care of the body so it follows. Okay, if you don't do that part to take care of the body, it's going to break. It's going to fall apart, and then you're going to have all kinds of issues that come in within that. And like I was saying earlier, um, that man woman dynamic, that relationship is a collaboration. It's not a competition. And nowadays, it's too much of that going on. This toxicity, such as Keith said, we have toxic bonds that a lot of us haven't learned to break away from. We should have never um, gotten attached to something like that, but it does depend on your background. It, like she said, for instance, if you come up in a toxic family, I came up in a very, very toxic family, and I had trauma bonded throughout my most of my life. All of my relationships that I got in when I left home, when I left the nest, were toxic because that's all I
Right.
knew that existed until I learned to start valuing myself and loving myself. Okay. Um, and I still haven't come across that man that values me as well, but I know it's coming. Um, I did learn, however, to get away from that. Um,
Mhm.
and the issue with that, especially with men nowadays, we as women are so quick to disregard their real feelings, the fact that they are human too. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have things that they need to express. So quick to say, grow up and act like a man, stop acting like a bitch, all of that. And it's very, very toxic, it's very damaging because not every woman is like that. And in
Right.
vice versa, men um come across women that are damaged, that come from toxic backgrounds.
Right.
Okay. And the toxicity comes in because there is something lacking, and we are trying to hold on to it. We're trying to find it somewhere. And when we can't get it, it becomes very detrimental to our mental state. And we can't, with people trying to do what they do, like I said, we live in a narcissistic society. It's a solo for self thing nowadays. When you reach out to someone, it may seem like it's whining, it may seem like it's complaining and crying, but it's not always the case. Sometimes it's just a cry for help, for understanding. And a lot of these couples don't want to understand one another. Okay. And then that falls on the child. The child is looking at this and they're like, well, this is the way it's supposed to be. You know?
If I could jump in before you get too far, because I agree with so much that you said, but you went so fast. When I say that, a man has to show certain things, I mean, the man has to have the P. He has to be able to protect. He has to be able to provide. He has to, those are the things that, to me, give you those things to say that you're a man to be able to lead a household. The thing that I have found out being a dominant, because I am not a man, and although I am a dominant, I don't want to be a man. If I had like $1 million, y'all, I would not change anything about this loving body right here. You know what I'm saying? But what I found out being with women is that some women don't know how to be women. They don't know how to be a queen. They don't know how to drum it down because they've had to be here for so long and here for so long that they don't know how to show that gentle side to them. And me being a woman as well, if you coming harder than me, baby, we got a problem. So that's where that line kind of gets blurred, because the woman has had to stand up for so long that when she finds a real man or a true man, she might skip her blessing because she don't know what to look for. She ain't seen it. So she feels like somebody trying to get over on her, or this, oh, he trying to control me, girl. He talking about why I'm going out with my friends. No, he wants to know why you hanging out with all your single chicken head ass friends, and we supposed to be locking it down over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes, you know, it goes both ways with that, but that comes
That's
from,
true though. You know what I mean? That is true. But you know, a lot of things come from the past too. You know what I'm saying? A man can stand his ground and be handling his business and taking care of the whole household, and but then friends come into play too. You know what I mean? Listen to your friends and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You the king of the castle, trying to take care of the queen, the prince, princesses and whatnot, and you know, the woman want to be out there cutting a fool, doing foolish things and stuff like that. But you know, sometimes we learn things by mistake or on purpose from our parents, our mothers and fathers, you know what I mean, which reflect us at a young age. And like LaPearl said, if it's toxic situations, you know what I mean, we remember that shit, you know what I mean? And I mean, that shit is like stained on the brain.
But that's why you gotta do your shadow work, King. Because if you do your shadow work, then you work that shit out for yourself. Because at some point, you got to take self accountability. You can't keep talking about some shit that happened when you were 6. Like, this happened to me. Man, you is 30 years old.
Everything is a process, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from when you're young. That's what I was speaking on, the aspect when you're young, till you get a little old 20s, till you get in your 30s. Perhaps you of that age, so you get the 30s and the 40s, even the 50s. You can't walk around here still being childish. You know what I mean? You got to learn lessons. You're gonna go through some shit. You know what I mean? But like I said, the children. You know what I mean? Some people still act like little kids out there. They want to look what I'm going through. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's trying to better themselves. You know what I'm saying? They trying to learn from the mistakes of the past. I'm not trying to be like my mother. I ain't trying to be like my father. I ain't trying to be like my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just be me, the individual. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can learn things from the past. That's why they call it the past. You know what I'm saying? It's back there, but it'll pass you by too. You know what I mean? So we just gotta, and also at the same time, you gotta find a community, a tribe, to keep you alive so you will survive out there. You can't just keep walking around looking for the pity party and somebody to throw out some confetti. You know what I mean? I don't walk around with a bag of confetti. You know what I mean? But you know, lend a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? Always look for that helping hand. Sometimes it could be family, it could be friends, it could be strong associates, because there is a difference between friends and strong associates. So I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
So you got to break that down and whatnot. But our children are watching, and that's the thing right there. You getting into it in the house or whatever it is, or even if it's from a good standing point, even though you might not say son or daughter, you need to be like this, that they're watching. My father always worked, or my mother always worked. She always had work. She always put food on the table, or she tried to make sure we had food on the table. We had a roof over our head. You know what I mean? So these are the things that there's good and bad with everything. You know what I'm saying? But we always got to look for the promised world, not the promised land, the promised world. It's
the world that you promise yourself, though. Because at the end of the day, like for me, I know I can only speak for me when I talk. I live every day as a new day. Like Monday, I don't wake up and be like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, it's Monday. I got to go back and get this money. No, well, I wake up Monday and be like, yo, I just spent money this weekend. Oh, it's time to get back to this money. That's my Monday routine. That is my elevation. I'm always going to elevate myself because I feel like that you are your biggest investment.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And people sleep on themselves and they don't love themselves enough. And then it shows in their relationships. It shows as they're growing. And yeah, that could come from your past. It could come from somebody not telling you they loved you enough, or love being shown in so many different ways. But again, I go back to the way, you know what I'm saying? You know what you want in life. You're looking at it. You see it. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is reach out there and say, I want this shit for me, and go get it. You know what I mean? So that's love. That's peace of mind. That's anything for me. If I don't like a situation, baby, I'm quick to be like, skirt, I'm gone, boy. Hey, I don't give a damn who you is.
Remember that song, Love Don't Love Nobody?
Hey, they don't. This shit is the people, motherfucker. It's the people. You know?
You're absolutely right. There is a lack of respect nowadays, not just for the other person, but for ourselves. And it's like you said, Key, if you can wake, I'm the same way. I wake in green to each new day. Every day is a new day. And if you can do something different with each day that you awaken, you will be amazed at how it changes your whole aspect in life and how it elevates you. So I agree with everything that you're saying. Yeah. We just have to learn how to do that shadow work and respect, and you gotta love yourself. First and foremost, you have got to love, and I'm not talking about your outward appearance. I'm talking about appreciation for everything that you have experienced in life and got you to where you are. Okay? Love every cell in your body and understand that the Creator does things for you, not to you. Okay? And it's for you to learn to get back to the original place, and that is just love. You can't get no higher than love. Okay.
That's right.
If you get there, guess what? Everything is going to continue to work out for you.
But you know,
that's all it is.
No, I don't know.
Not to cut you off,
with ourselves or with different people, because I'm sorry, it's something more there for me than love.
Okay.
But you
know what outweigh love for me?
Go ahead.
What's that?
Loyalty.
You got to be loyal to yourself too. All that should fall into place.
Yeah, it's a dynamic thing on that. But you know, support, that's the biggest thing between man and woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If a man is down, don't kick the man while he's down. You know
that's what I'm talking about.
Support, if the woman is down, don't make her feel away. That's your heart. You know what I'm saying? So you know, heart, mind, and soul. You know what I'm saying? That's where the focus should be at. You know what I'm saying? That's royalty right there. You know what I'm saying? Protect your crown. You know what I mean? Stand your ground or whatnot. Stay balanced. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on the in-between. And see, that's one of the problems out there. Too. I'm tired of this. He always that. Support. You show love, you get love. You get love,
and
show
set a
love.
standard. Set a standard. Because don't get tired of something that you allowed to go on for all this damn time, and now you're tired of it. Like, you should have set the standard from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? If this is what you expect out of somebody, this is what It is, and you have to stay and stick to that. Because I mean, how do you get tired of something that I don't know. I just
Can I intervene? As far as, yeah, you got to set standards. You have to have boundaries, but a lot of times we don't know some of the things that we may want later on. You don't stay stuck at that standard that you set, because there's always, you can always elevate, you can always get higher, you can always come across something new and something better. Okay, so it's okay to set those standards. And yeah, you may get stuck in it. We do become complacent in it, and then we might get disgusted with it. Like, this is not what I want to do anymore. And it's nothing wrong with trying to compromise and talk about it. If it comes to a point where you can't compromise with your partner or your people, whoever it is, friends, lovers, whatever it is, then it's time for you to skate, because they're not meant to elevate with you. They had a season with you. That season is over. It's time for you to go somewhere else and do something better for yourself. And that's just the way I look at life.
Yeah,
right, respectfully.
But you know
But
what,
the
though?
standard will go up, right? Not down. So how do you
Right,
get tired
absolutely.
of something? That's what I don't get. When people grow and you're supposed to grow, I hear people say it all the time. So I'd be like a bird on the wall. I like to listen to people when they talking about certain situations, and they'll talk about how, oh girl, he always at the club, or he always this, that, and the third. But I feel like your standard is not gonna drop. So it ain't like he's doing something, you know what I'm saying, more than what he was doing that you accepted from the beginning. Your standard will only grow with your mentality about what you want in the relationship.
That's true facts.
Right. That's right. You got to believe in yourself enough to go ahead and make that move, though. Also,
that's
you
right.
know what I mean. Let them know. Look, I'm tired of this. Something we have to come to some kind of compromise. Some changes need to be made here. And if you can't communicate that clearly, then that's something that you got to work on.
True.
You know?
Well, here, we're going to take an intermission on that, and we're going to get rocking with some poetry right now. Click like and subscribe to the channel. Get those notifications. Let them bells ring for the upcoming shows and whatnot. So, ladies, don't fight on who's going to go first. What's up? who out there? You know what I mean?
I'll hit first. It's Juneteenth. Look, I'm still trying to adjust my little camera, y'all. Excuse me. It's Juneteenth, so I'm gonna do Generation X.
All right.
If 80s babies are a Generation X, then what do we call the next, and why are they so lost? Influenced by fast cars and rap stars, but these is what they call real niggas. Only because the money comes fast. But there's always a money trail, whether you end up in hell, jail, or hell out on bail. But these is what y'all call real niggas. Same one on the corner like, smoke some. The DA got him and my boy talking up some. Hell, he'll tell on his mama if it get him less time. But that's what y'all call a nigga on his grind. I say when you in the gutter, you bound to find all kind of rats. Hood rats and niggas who chit-chat too much but won't bust a grape at a fruit stand. But because he walk the walking, talk the talk, y'all niggas will think he the man. You see, I know my left don't know no right unless it's right down to the biz. I try to tell the kids to be more than just that nigga. I mean, go after bigger legit figures. I see you saying I ain't working no 9 to 5 for no crackers. But you see, our minds are set up for disaster. We want the money faster than we can afford to make it. But then we get mad when them same crackers come back and try to take it. So I say, be true to yourself, whether you're a black king or queen. Stop falling for that white man schemes or that dead man dreams, because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, and you too will become that nigga. Oh, peace. Sorry,
y'all. So.
All right.
All facts. That was dope.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Drop that off.
Shit, I should have went first. I gotta go behind you.
I don't do it like that. Come on through, Queen. I know you rocking. We both in here for a reason. Let's go.
All right. So, this is Untitled, which is like most of my pieces. I'm gonna just go in on this. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever have. Redemption songs There's something magic within those of us with skin like night and gold. We possess the power to move mountains and heal from the magic that we hold. And we listen to the universe because it reveals our secrets of old. And though we are revered by many, it is also why we are feared and hated by more. So I know now why the caged bird speaks. See, it had a song all its own that was beautiful and tender, and it brought peace, held in its heart, but shut down and taken by the chains of tainted stains of the world, never to be released. Snatched from its breast by the unclean hands of ugly spirits that knew of its power and wanted to keep it hidden far away from the light, so it could only taste the sour side of life. I was that caged bird with that was hidden, wings stripped and feathers plucked, all from being deceived so much. And I was hiding from the beast. Thought I'd never find my song again, but I did when I understood that submission is my decision. Through all that fear and disbelief. So now I not only sing again, I am the caged bird that speaks through poetry. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. That's that piece.
I was already snapping before you finished. I love it. I love
you.
the power of your words, man. You just said a lot. And welcome back. Welcome back, caged bird that sings. Yes.
Thank you.
That was himself. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. This piece is titled Lord Knows. Mercy me, living free, raising my hands into the sky. Pillar point to which I rise, holding heaven in my eyes. Never one to look back after I spoke with the Most High. Expression the real reason why I told me, let's go inside. So I took them words in and started praying more often. Regulated my reading to being scheduled instead of portioned. Cradled the scriptures, examined the lines, now it's a good time. Lifting my sight beyond all signs, building a way to search and find. Group of folks that can feel the love of nature existing in its living. Stop forgetting about the man, woman, and children outside of prisms. Laws of attraction, see to the soul, all on the same timeline. When the heart shines with an open mind, all is done through mankind, King.
Let's go. I love that, man. Y'all got a vibe going in here tonight. I'm on the right show.
Yes. Oh yes.
Hey, let's get this cipher rolling on that. What you got? What you got for us on that?
Oh, we go back around. That's how we do this?
Yeah, that's how we gonna do.
All right. Let me see what I got here. Her father was the closest thing that she had to protection. So does me not being able to get a simple erection make me less hard? I think the fuck not. Born female, but I was the closest thing that she had to a man. So no, I ain't mind taking out the trash or cutting a little grass. I mean, I was definitely tapping that ass, and I ain't talking about the sis. You see, her father could never be replaced, but now it was my job to keep her safe, to give her a solid base, and description didn't say must be dick or born male. And no, I'm not saying that the male species failed. I'm just saying that different voyages have different paths to sail. And well, she chose me to lead this voyage. So I pray that the waters never get choppy, trying to be the best daddy to the queen while maintaining poppy to them. I still wouldn't want to be a him. I mean, straight people might say that I'm a dyke. Correction on sight. I'm just unladylike. That's a little bitty dog with a big bite, but let's be honest, I'm just what she likes.
All right. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, Laprel, you back.
I had to go to the bathroom. I couldn't hold it no more. But I heard everything you said. You hear? I like that joint. You said I'm just unladylike. That was like, yeah.
Thank you. I had to pull that one out of air because I didn't know we went right back around, y'all. I'm getting my next one ready though. I'm gonna be ready.
All right, no doubt. Laprel, you up next on there. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me catch my breath here. Whew. All right. So this has become one of my favorites that I've written. And I've been doing it a little bit often, but whew. All right, here we go. This is called Indigo Child. Sometimes when you wake, you just want to know, who can you run to? Who can you turn to? Let me show you. See, the sun's in the east and the moon reflects like the knowledge and wisdom I manifest. If you want to go to heaven, lay upon my breast. I'm blessed by the light, so my love stays locked and loaded, bringing comfort from afar. I'm talking about that love from the stars. All you have to do is give it a chance and just open your heart. What's waiting is amazing, I promise. You'll find treasure in a safe space beyond peace and measure. Just release your pain. See, I bring to you love through black and blue, because that's all I ever knew, from deep within to pull from and give to you, my indigo blue. Not that blue from bruised heart stained, not that blue from a bruised heart that stains my veins, but from the source of which I was created. I am here to help you release your blues. And I know for some of you traveling through, it's still too dark for you to yet see the light. Rest assured, I know my purpose, so I'll shine bright. So bright sometimes they don't want it out, just dimmed, because they still want to reach for it, keep it lit just a little bit, to touch it, just to say they know me and were able to get in. And see, only when I make it unavailable to them is when they want to be destruction and get rid of me. Then realizing that you can't destroy love, it just moves far out of the way, off into infinity. Now the well is dry and can't be tapped back into unless you cry. I mean, release what you've been through. Release the hurt, release the anger, release the pain you've caused and they caused you. Let it run its course and make room for love once again to reign. Because love can't fit where it ain't welcome. So don't be alarmed. I'm indigo child, and you can seek asylum in my arms. Child of the highest light and purest true. My aura is golden, and you've just been given a piece of my indigo blue. That's that piece.
All right. Let's go, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Indigo
right.
blue.
Thank you. Y'all excuse me, I'm flashing.
All right. This piece is titled Call 'em as you see 'em, part 2. I'm hypnotic, psychotic, taking off in my rocket. Secretly withheld information placed in lockets. Cosmic vibes missing because I have it hidden. I'm grinning, there's a new beginning when I am pitting. Can't hold back the handsome grandson, my anthem. Best describe a lie my parents didn't plan for him. Raised by elders of a bloodline, true Southerners. Nowadays, tales merge us without even hurting us. Writing is a habit, get plenty of my chest quick. Forget the ones who talk slick, I'm mixed with majestic. My powers leak on loose leaf, mentally hard to read. Changing up my aura, so I'm sort of hard to see. Who knew what I would grow into, this poet and author? Sources never lost from Virginia, Georgia, Florida. All those California roots, man, listen, it hit different. When I recalibrate them like a poetical chemist. Ingredients and components, compounds and elements, the better I get ascribe or die measurements. Off my potential, high grade the scale weighing. Content I be saying make others' pens start shaking. King.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you said content. Did you say that last line again?
I said content I be saying make others' pens start shaking.
Yeah, that's dope.
That he did.
Thank you.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. That's what's up.
Did you write that to a track? Or was something playing in your mind? Because it had a good melody to it.
I'm from Harlem.
Okay. That's just in you. You just bow. Facts. All right. So is it on me now?
Yeah, it's right there.
All right, let's do it. Love is supposed to be free. But every time I see it, y'all, I dress it up because I want it to represent me. So I go and I dress it all the way up. I mean, I bought love everything from cars to clothes, or even the simplest things like paying for nails and toes. But aren't those the things you're supposed to do when you want love, to show love? I mean, love don't cost a thing, but most of the ways that we express it do cost that mean green. But let's just say you finally meet a queen, and I mean, she's saying all the right things, including her love or her respect don't cost a thing. Even if you did all the free stuff, if she's a true queen and she's answered all of your dreams, she's going to expect a ring. And if you're a real king, the Bible says that you must turn her into your helpmate. And so that love you have to protect, along with making sure that your mortgage is never late. I know it's a lot of other things to come along with providing, and that doesn't cost either one of you a dime. But pouring yourself into something so deeply has to cost something in the end. I mean, it has to be exhausting trying to be both a lover and trying to balance a marriage and be a friend. So I will no longer pretend that how love is free. Girl, you might go broke messing with a nigga like me. Because when I find that type of love, I mean, that type of love that loyalty outweighs everything. Because for a love like that, I might break everything except for my back. That's a piece I'm kind of working on, but I wanted to put it out there and see how it went.
All right. That's what's up.
Yo.
Let it flow. Let it flow. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yes, yes. Okay. This one is called Dear Future King. Dear Future King, though many desire to sit upon your throne, this spot is designed for your royalty alone. So I clear the path for only you to claim your seat, and rest assured I am your lady in waiting. Patient as ever to greet you in your royal chambers, as thoughts of you brings fantasies and feelings of pleasantries through my body. These locks were grown for your fingers to run through. You are my king, and it doesn't matter what road you choose to travel, inevitably we are destined to be. See, everyone is meant to be with somebody, and you are the match to my royalty. I am your queen. So understand that I've loved you before time even began, before Mother Nature spoke to the wind and the wind whispered to the leaves on the trees. I honor you. And with all the obstacles we faced and worked our way through, they were just the twists and turns of our puzzle pieces we were learning to fit together while the universe was molding us to fit together. Dear future king, know that when you get here, your crown will fit perfectly. So bow down, this is your coronation, the time for celebration. We celebrate you. Wise beyond your years, yet open to continuously gain knowledge. Beyond all doubt, beyond all fear, you've proven yourself. Now step into your power and take your rightful place, my future king. Your kingdom awaits. That's that piece.
All right.
Go.
Pearl.
Love that. She gonna find her one too, y'all. She said she looking. She already let you know what's up when she get there.
Look, I'm open to whatever the best that the universe has for me. I'm open.
Hey, let's go.
This piece right here is titled "Clocks Without Dock." What was stolen been returned to the owner of a phrase. No more calamities or parades. We don't believe in charades. To give has never been a handout, only expression of love. Imagination of wrongdoing is a mysterious bluff. When does the truth begin to surface outside one's purpose or need? If my spirit need to eat, the power of prayer will succeed. Where will I be amongst those who know they roll with no stroll? Some cruise through broken toes only to stop the bridges closed. Paths and routes with detours be more direction, of course. Better call upon the source or be lost hugging remorse. So I say this to say in life, just pray on better days. Blessings will be on the way. That's why I ride the tidal waves. King.
Let's go. I love that.
Them tidal waves. That's what's up. Yeah, the energy up here in here is
I'm trying to tell
beautiful. Yes, yes, I'm
vibe.
loving this. Yeah.
All right, keynotes, back to you.
All right, this piece is called That Dude. I can't be that dude that comes over and you're always dressed for bed, playing with my emotions when all you really want is some Using me for my tongue because it gets slung in ways that make you calm. Moaning out, baby, you're the bomb. But damn it, I'm so much more. So much more than a tongue. So much more than the dude with the monster that's hung. Even though it's your heart that I long, why can't that just be enough? You see, I don't just see sex. I see a woman that I want to protect, to build on, to see what we have next. I see so much more. But you turn me into your whore, only allowing me to walk through your doors when you knew I would open up your floodgates. But wait, I did everything you asked of me, and all you wanted was more. You said you wanted to mess with someone famous. So I did a video on YouTube and it got over 1 million hits. Is that famous enough? Because you didn't mention I had to get rich. You said you wanted a maid nigga, so I convinced your apartment that I stayed there and misplaced my key. Clean your joint from top to bottom, baby girl. I thought you'd be proud of me. But you didn't even mention it as if your shit was already clean. You said you wanted a dude with dreams, so I thought about us every night before I went to bed. So by morning, all I could think about was me and you still wanted more. Now you asking for a dude who's clean cut. So I shaved all the hair off of my you-know-what, only to find out that we got two different definitions. Because now I'm walking around scratching because, this shit really itching. Then you got the nerve to be like, keynotes, you just don't listen. The other day, I told you sometimes a girl just needs to be laced. So, I took her to my sister's place and told her to hook her up with a lace front. I mean, I feel like I'm giving Shorty everything that she wants, but she still doesn't recognize that I'm so much more. Now she's asking for a rider. So I parked my car at the train station, hopped on the bus beside her. Wasn't that nice of me? Jumping through hoops to find my wife to be, only to recognize that she would never see enough in me. You see, I didn't try to love her intentionally. That's when I learned that love could be cruel. I didn't even try to explain it to her because I knew me and I knew I'd just come out rude. So I just sent her a text that said, baby girl, I could never be that dude. That's that piece.
You just took me on an emotional roller coaster. That was dope.
Definitely was fly, yo.
That's one of my favorite pieces. I like to have fun with poetry a little bit. I saw you catch it too, Queen. I love that. You caught all the funny stuff.
Oh yeah. I loved where you started out with, and then you went into the little comedy part.
Right.
Especially that, I think we all as women, when we shave down there, she starts growing back in, and you be trying to die, trying to find a corner to scratch that.
Well, see, I really don't know that experience, but I can only imagine. So that's why I had to make fun of it, but really clean cut. She wanted a dude who was dressed up. She wanted somebody who was going to go put on a suit and all that. And I wouldn't shave my hair. I don't have time to change clothes. Here you go. Clean cut. You got it.
Okay. I hear you. I love that.
Thank you so
much. That's what's up.
The pearl. What you got for us?
I got a little short piece for you. This is called My Words Create.
All right.
When I breathe, my words create a portal for life unspoken on the frequency of unconditional love's vibration, where some just can't seem to find their way through. When I breathe, my words create from pure intentions that ride on the molecular structure of that O2 I spit. So they know that the words that resonate with them, they light up ahead, they see is a beacon of hope indeed. That it's not a stop sign, it's a yes. Yes, you are unique. Yes, you have purpose. Yes, you are worthy, you are loved, you are needed. Welcome. Come on in. It's your time to shine. When I speak, my words create the breeze, clearing the fog for them to finally see those eyes that always lit up true when they heard you were coming through. So allow yourself to be celebrated, because when I breathe, my words create a portal for life unspoken. My words create. That's that piece.
Yes. Did you have a smoker's bar in there? Did I catch a smoker's bar?
it's where is it?
The roll up. My antennas immediately went up like we about to get hot. Yes, come through, Queen. I love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
what's up.
Oh, thank
Always
you,
laying it out. All
thank
right.
you.
This piece I titled "Cover the Mark." Representing the other side through Scribe or Die, who am I? Left the devils and zombies alone so I could survive the lion eyes. Always ready to step this gravel and pavement, walk or move. Posting my new inside of YouTube, releasing pressure not for you. Only space for me and my lady when she arrives is an enjoyment. Never vinegar and oil on my salad, it's always ranch eating a sandwich. It's a plus when we discuss without the fuss, fueling our crush. Kissing our feelings and emotions, hearts of ours, never enough looking like dad in his heyday in South Jersey Cape May. I'm wave when on stage, living between the ocean and the bay. Frankly, writing as a sport, expression of thought is only a nines. When you hear the name and sound, better watch my peace of mind. Distorted with a kaleidoscope of colors, smooth as butter, the numbers. Ring bells around the fumblers and tumblers, walking on the slow runners. Unsure about connecting to foundations, unclear. Just be prepared for whatever's near when the poet appear. King.
Fire. Oh
Yes,
my.
yes, yes. All right, King.
Right.
Appreciate
Oh,
that.
that was dope. Yes, yes, yes. All
Now
right.
he got me trying to
Okay.
follow that one. I was, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's
Fire.
you know.
So it's on me.
Yes.
This piece is called Pray. You praying because you're on E, but most pray with the E. But he never answers me. I keep praying, but you never answer back. Where the flick are you at? You see, people pray the most when they're out of hope, but he's praying while little brother stalk and pray because he's tired of going through. So he stalk and pray with the AK. I mean, they're both praying, but in two different ways. So who's to say who's right or wrong? And they both feel like they're out of hope. And praying is the only way out of the car where him and his kids have been for 3 days. And he's prayed and tried several ways to get paid, but the little that he's made has kept his family fed at night. But tonight, everything is on E. It's 20 below, so his kids are whining in their sleep. There's no gas, so there's no heat. Spiritually, he's on defeat. So he goes to the trunk and he starts to move his feet, praying all the way that he can hit a quick lick while praying that he can get away with it when he should be praying for forgiveness, because if something go wrong, he has to live with this. But tonight, his family might not make it without it. Crouched down in the corner, he takes a knee. I guess that's the best way to give an AR. Take a E. Answer me.
Wow.
All right. All right.
Okay. That right there. Wow. That pulled at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good.
You definitely
Sorry.
leveled that one out. I mean,
Sorry.
That's all right. No, no, you're supposed to bring about emotions and feelings in people. That's what the spoken word is about. Because we are telling somebody else's story, not just ours. That's what's up. Yeah. I think you're a dynamic poet. Okay.
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Okay.
I'm new to this, so but we'll talk about that later. I definitely want to hear your piece.
All right.
Okay. Oh,
Trail's on you.
okay. It's another short one. I'm the queen of short pieces. All right. So this is called Pour Rain into My Cup So I Can. Invest in me. Pour rain into my cup so I can cleanse the dark walls of my heart and begin to shine again. I have space. Pour into me as I pour into you, and let our reasons for becoming more than just being overflow smoothly, beautifully, and spiritually. Pour into me. I love your storm. Pour rain into my cup so I can show you life blooming again and again as we speak our understanding into this life. Then we can watch the world flourish. Let us continue to flow and spotlight your passion with sunlight through my rainforest, because amidst the storm, your spirit is fierce and I feel safe. You're beautiful without making a sound, yet speak in silence like clouds through subsiding winds and the calming of leaves on trees. Pour into me. I love your storm. And we are one in this dance. Pour rain into my cup so I can cleanse the dark walls of my spirit and my heart and begin to shine again. For there is no such thing as poetry which does not save. I am your lyrical beauty. So pour rain into my cup so I can create poetry in you. That's that piece.
Short but potent that a mother sucker.
Yeah,
I can
definitely.
take 2 shots of that. That was potent.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Thank
Bro,
you.
definitely be bringing it in all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
All right.
you. Thank you.
We're going to go with this piece. It's untitled.
Right.
Some say I'm rested, blessed with. Guess who always test shit? To the honeys I text quick, I'm always left with. Plan B to exit when I enter buildings lovely. Separate life within my own story, pretty ugly. Kick loose sand, stepping on beaches, pray. The day I met Sade, carrying a cool display. Next time in Tennessee for memorable memories. The brighter side of me will be a king delivery. Eagle been landed, them lames can't stand it. Panic, I form my own orbit and planet. It's organic. J-Dub the third, the first version of the first. I'm spilling words on this verse. Matter of fact, it's unrehearsed. Doing poetry corner show while inside Epiphany. Creatively, the mystery is where he get the energy. Flawless and timeless. Score more with outros. Tighten up the flow. Grip styles. This is my promo. J.W. Atterbury, namesake of my grandfather. Challenging bench players. No need to be a starter. My defense is offense. The lane of games change. Not looking for fame. Just Google my fucking name. Know when you see it. Customized, no disguise. I'm dope, fresh, and fly. Still humble as apple pie. Opportunity come knocking. I answer and show up. I'm the closer, money folder that's finally blowing up. King.
Yes.
Let them know who you be, King.
I'm trying to tell you. I mean, that should have been the intro piece right there. Let me introduce myself. My name is.
I didn't know what I was going to pick, but I just found that one.
Okay.
But, yo, it's been a beautiful night tonight. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody coming in.
Yes.
To the audience out there, thank y'all for tuning in for the discussion and the poetry. Click, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Each one teach one. And as we say, we'll see you next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And as I always say, peace, love, and poetry. We out.
Let's go.
It seems to me that the artist struggle for his integrity is a kind of metaphor, must be considered